the judge, he was a perfect example of all these years, as he said, decades. He was in every basement courtroom in town, and he knows what it's like. He's a perfect example because he was contradictory, and he'd say one thing, but then the next second it would instantly flip. So the jurors would. I'm taking the reason I'm very incensed right now is because the jurors, you wouldn't know how to. I mean, they know how to act within the what you call it, capitalism. They know how to act. But one example of this contradictory thing: all rise. As I went back, it was ceremonial. We rose. We would have to take our hats off, and then he goes, "Okay, everybody, sit down." He wants to be casual, Mr. Cool, but yet he wants to be the judge, and it's all formal. And he did that in like about dozens of examples. I can actually read some of these. Another example was the judge asked every juror regarding their lives as they depicted his storybook lives so as to fit what was expected. Like you have to be some type of role that they treat as. It kept on removing your personal judgment from the thing. You're called in as a juror to judge, to evaluate.
Yeah.
But he kept forcing them to say things like, but my real life wouldn't affect me today. I would judge without remembering what happened to my sister. And that's a contradiction.
Yeah.
And he forced it. He groomed that out of them.
Yes, the grooming. They call it voir dire, which is a French phrase. And it's the jury selection process, which in itself can be an origin of corruption because it gets a certain mindset. The impurity of the jury system is very mind-boggling. And then we
just saw it. You just saw it. The way he asked it and made them feel on the spot. They're the expert people you brought in. You're supposed to honor them. You're not supposed to put them on the interrogation with a light on their head like, what did you do the night your husband told you what happened in court yesterday? That's
saw some smug faces on a few of the jurors, and I had a feeling like, oh no, I'm not going to like how they vote. I can just see the vote is already pre-written in their minds.
He's telling them what to think.
Yeah.
It's thought control. That's right.
Yeah.
It is thought control.
Wow.
Because if they answered one way, he would play it one way, and even. It's like I said in the beginning. If I did redo this, I think I could come to a paragraph, but it's distancing.
Yeah.
In order to control, because once you distance, it's like nowhere this morning was anything about what's happening. They just kept distance.
Yeah, just
juror, ha ha ha. I have a brown dog.
Yeah.
I went to college here and there. It's all distancing.
Yeah, and it's also some ego pats.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm a good citizen.
So
yay! Look at me.
I thought we came to talk about Lisa. Why are you talking about this? Because they don't want to talk about it. It's to not talk about what
I'm having a trouble with the smoking security guard. His smoke is blowing at me. Do you mind if we find a different location?